here from Dreamwalk Field to watch the 2025 Northern Super League Women's Professional Soccer Finals. It's time for us. We have the 256. Let's go! Welcome, my fellow JayWalkers, to another episode of Live From Last Week. Hope last week has served you well. Just a quick shameless plug before we go on. Want you guys to like and share this video and subscribe to the channel. So firstly today, we got a quick birthday shout out to one of the biggest sports fans that I know, who I first met going with him on a Toronto FC road trip to Chicago several years back. This birthday shout out goes out to you, Dwayne. Happy birthday, Dwayne. And we've got a birthday greeting to one of my cousins out there who has made several spontaneous random cameos in previous Live From Last Week episodes. This birthday shout out goes out to you, Nana Ray. Happy birthday, Ray. I'm hoping that everybody that has their birthdays today are doing well, staying safe and healthy at this time, and had a great celebration for your birthdays this year. So this morning, waking up after 5.5 hours of sleep and seeing this preview of the wife's slow-cooked chicken adobo, I got up early to drive the wife to the local GO station for her to take the GO train to commute to work for her day shift before passing out on the couch for a little bit. Then going for Remembrance Day, I headed to the local Scarborough War Memorial that's not too far from where I live to attend this yearly memorial service at this location for Remembrance Day 2025 this year. Next up, going back to the condo to have a look at that chicken adobo that we had previewed earlier. It was finally time to try out this dish that I had waited all night for and give my video reaction review on how it tasted. And guys, to be honest, this dish was just so flavorful that I definitely felt that it was worth the wait. Then afterwards, continuing my second round of this Fuel Series workout that I had finished just a couple days back, and started off the first workout of the series just yesterday. Today, I did my Fuel Series upper body circuits and cluster sets workout of the day. Yet another workout that had me tired while I was completing it before I get ready for my first of 2 night shifts set to start later on tonight. After a steady, busy, but not too overwhelming night shift last night, I was able to come back to the condo to get in a decent about 4 hours sleep before getting up and doing my Fuel Series glutes and hamstrings supersets workout of the day, as well as being tired in between my shifts before I'm set to go in for my second night shift in a row tonight. So coming off a steady night shift in charge earlier this morning, and getting in after work between 2 to 3 hours of sleep, I got up to edit videos starting from earlier this afternoon. That had me working all the way to this evening before we got an online order from a restaurant that we haven't been to or ate at in a while, having the wife deliver us some food from the nearby Kinton Ramen, getting these special bowls that had the ingredients separated from each other inside their containers that we had to mix into the soup itself, totally disregarding the instructions that were labeled on the outside of these bowls. Then have the wife and I enjoy our meal from the comfort of our condo. I was also able to catch on the laptop the international friendly soccer match between Canada and Ecuador held at BMO Field earlier tonight, which had reminded me of the time my boy Ramaz and I got to meet and greet a couple of our favorite Team Canada soccer players post-match at the last game we attended together. So firstly today, we'll just do a quick birthday shout out to one of my longtime family friends who I know through the cousin Louie. This birthday shout out goes out to you, Anthony. Happy birthday, Anthony. And we've got a birthday greeting to a gentleman that I met at an Argos game a couple years back, visiting from the States, watching his first ever CFL game. This birthday shout out goes out to you, Kendrick. Happy birthday, Kendrick. I'm hoping that everybody that has their birthdays today are doing well, staying safe and healthy at this time, and had a great celebration for your birthdays this year. So this morning, staying up late, trying to finish my edit for Live From Last Week episode 255 until almost 4 a.m. I got up after about 5 hours of sleep to upload this episode just after 9 a.m. Be able to pass out on the couch for a couple more hours afterwards, and get in a rare between 7 to 8 hours of sleep in total. So, feeling a little bit more well rested, I was able to do my Fuel Series full body PHA training workout of the day. One where I feel like I'm improving in weight and stamina since the first time I did this workout 6 weeks ago. Before I go in tonight for my third night shift in the span of 4 nights. Starting out today, we got a quick birthday shout out to one of my childhood friends who I remember going all the way back to our Mother Teresa days. This birthday shout out goes out to you, Jason. Happy birthday, Nozdrin. We next got a birthday shout out to one of my world traveling, newly golfing university friends from back in the day. This birthday shout out goes out to you, honey. Happy birthday, honey. And last but not least, we got a birthday shout out to one of my buddies out there who has made several quote unquote cameos in previous Live From Last Week episodes. This birthday shout out goes out to you, Cammy. Happy birthday, Camsu. I'm hoping that all my friends and family members that have their birthdays today are doing well, staying safe and healthy at this time, and had a great celebration for your birthdays this year. So after getting off a decent but busy in the middle of the night type of night shift this morning, where compared to my previous blood pressure readings that showed that I had undiagnosed hypertension, I tried to take my most recent blood pressure using the machines that we have at the hospital, and got some of these readings that were way significantly more healthier, making it look like all the good things that I've been doing over the past several months since my health scare have really been effective and encouraging. But guys, something that I still need a little bit of work on is of course my post-night shift sleep patterns, where today I only got about an hour of sleep, and getting a Happy Meal that was free of charge using my McDonald's points from all the many times that I have visited here in recent memory. Then going on an afternoon drive where I got stuck in the not so pleasant Toronto traffic on the DVP. Being a little bit upset as I just bought some spontaneous tickets online of an event that I previewed just last week. Versus the Montreal Roses FC, AFC Toronto had this pretty sick goal, taking the match and advancing to the Northern Super League Finals in a couple of weeks at BMO Field. And finally arriving to BMO Field to catch the Vancouver Rise FC versus AFC Toronto football match in the inaugural 2025 Northern Super League Women's Professional Soccer Final. And after a spirited affair where both teams played hard, after witnessing these goals be scored on video, oh my god. Oh! The ultimate and inaugural winner of the Diana B. Matheson Trophy and 2025 NSL champions, as you guys had seen in the videos, was the newly crowned Vancouver Rise FC. And guys, making a cameo while I caught him live and in action working at the stadium for the first time since this episode, I got to visit the cousin Jonas in his elements, as well as meet a Canadian soccer legend during this game. Yo Rames, look who I ran into at the AFC Toronto football match. Yo, Jimmy Brennan, TFC legend! Thanks, man. Okay. Take care, man. Be good. And now, after the match, since it was still early, I was able to pick up the wife and surprise her downtown. Did you surprise?
Yeah.
Surprise?
I was like, okay, I'll just walk. And then I was like, oh, maybe I'll Uber. And then I was like, oh, somebody called me, somebody texted me. I was like, oh, you're here.
That's me. Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Walking with her and making sure she got to the hospital for her night shift tonight. Then made my way to get in my 10,000 steps for the day. Roaming around the downtown Toronto area for the evening. More specifically, to the Toronto Eaton Centre and to this store that I haven't ever been to, where they had this grand piano performing for the audience by itself. Next, going back to the Toronto Eaton Centre holiday hack that I told you guys about way back. And guys, just a secret between you and me, to get one of the best sightlines of this tree, just find the Trinity Square Mall entrance, close by Mercado, and take the escalators here up to the next floor, walking about 50 meters or so towards the holiday tree, until you get to a bridge where you'll end up with this spectacular view. I went to see and catch videos of the famous Toronto Eaton Centre Holiday Tree in action. Then, after walking through the most recently vacated Hudson's Bay building and seeing areas of the path that me and my former roomie Jeffers had used to roam through be a blank slate, as well as witnessing the former Zeller's pop-up shop be empty as well. This evening, I made my most recent Too Good To Go purchase, making my way to Chef's Hall, entering from the street since the entrance on the path was closed, and picking up from the vendor called Poquito here this Too Good To Go baggie, which had all of this assortment of poke food, of which I'm excited to have back at the condo to wrap up this busy day. Today, we're going to do a quick birthday shout out to one of my university friends out there who I remember reuniting with during our outing at Activate last year. This birthday shout out goes out to you, Dennis. Happy birthday, Dennis. I'm hoping that everybody has their birthdays today are doing well, staying safe and healthy at this time, and had a great celebration for your birthdays this year. So quickly, going back to my commute last night, looking back to the several and numerous updates that I have provided you guys in the past. As I went through the Warden TTC subway station, there has definitely been some progress, as you guys can see here, including the area where the new elevator has been installed, which looks like it's close to being in operation. Anyways, getting back to the condo on minimal rest over the past couple of days and getting a sleep of almost 8 hours last night, I woke on a windy and winter-like morning to go to the St. Therese Parish Shrine of the Little Flower for the Sunday noontime Roman Catholic Mass, before going back to the condo to do my Fuel Series dumbbell cardio workout of the day. Sweating and working hard trying to complete all of these weighted squat type exercises. Then in the evening, remembering what I was doing around this time just last year, and recalling the Argos game that we went to a while back that involves one of the teams that are competing in tonight's match, I chilled at the condo to watch this year's 2025 version of the Grey Cup, involving the CFL East champions, the Montreal Alouettes, facing off against the aforementioned CFL West champions, the Saskatchewan Roughriders. And after watching several exciting plays that happened in tonight's final, sitting back while enjoying one of the last pieces of ice cream cake from my birthday, believe it or not, the trophy is headed back to Regina, with the Saskatchewan Roughriders being your 2025 CFL Grey Cup champions. Being stubborn, sleeping late last night, and getting only about 5 hours of rest. Getting up to make the wife some breakfast for when she got home from her night shift. I was able to go back to the couch and pass out for another couple of hours to get a total of 6.5 hours of sleep. Before I went on to edit live from last week videos on the laptop pretty much all day. Which, guys, was actually a cover-up of me doing some research for a potential trip that I planned for the wife and I to go on later on this month. But anyways, tonight, doing my Fuel Series quad-focused workout of the day. Yet another challenging one as I felt gassed in the middle of my exercises. I'll shortly be back to doing more research for this mysterious trip that I may or may not book, which y'all can find out more about if you tune in to next week's Live from Last Week episode. And so, with that, we'll just wrap up this week's Live from Last Week episode right here. So, if you guys have enjoyed what you've been watching, feel free to follow JayWalkerPOV on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Be sure to like and share this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notifications bell to be notified when new videos from JayWalkerPOV come out. And once again, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Stay safe and healthy out there, and we'll see you next time on Live from Last Week.